You are the love of your life. Lessons from Black women who chose themselves. Welcome to Soft Girl Era, the sacred pause Black women have been waiting for. I'm your host, LeAnne Dolce, pronounced Dolce, like sweet softness whispered in French. I'm your guide from burnout to boundaries, from doing to being, from strong to soft and loving every second of it. Today, I want to share with you the wisdom I gathered from an extraordinary conversation with Tonya Haygood, a powerhouse who is redefining what it means to show up authentically in business and in life. Tonya is a trailblazer committed to helping Black women entrepreneurs step into their power, prioritize themselves, and build legacies that transform entire communities. Her work is a love letter to every woman who has ever been told she is too much or not enough. And today, we are unpacking the truths she shared with me, truths that have the power to change how we see ourselves and how we move through the world. Here is the truth nobody wants to say out loud. We have been taught that loving ourselves is selfish, that putting ourselves first is somehow a betrayal of everyone we are supposed to serve. We have been conditioned to believe that our worth is measured by how much we can carry, how much we can endure, how much we can give until there is nothing left. We have been trained to be the strong ones, the dependable ones, the ones who show up no matter what, even when we are falling apart inside. But what if I told you that the most revolutionary thing you could do, the most disruptive act of rebellion you could commit, is to look in the mirror and say, I am the love of my life, not your kids, not your partner, not your job, not your community, you. Because here's what Tonya and I talked about, and here is what the stories of Black women entrepreneurs keep proving over and over again. When you choose yourself, when you prioritize your own dreams and your own peace, you do not just change your life. You change the trajectory of everyone around you. You become the permission slip other women did not know they were waiting for. Let me tell you about Janice Bryant Howroyd. Janice started ACT1 Group with $1,500. $1,500. She was a Black woman entering the staffing industry at a time when the world was not exactly rolling out the red carpet for people who looked like her. She faced racial discrimination. She faced gender discrimination. She faced every single barrier you can imagine, and probably a few you cannot. Janice grew up in a segregated community in North Carolina, one of 11 children. Her family did not have much, but they had something money could not buy. They had dignity, they had self worth, they had a belief that they were just as deserving of success as anyone else, no matter what the world tried to tell them. Janice carried that belief with her. When she moved to Los Angeles with barely enough money to survive, she took a job as a secretary and she watched the staffing industry from the inside. She saw how it worked, and more importantly, she saw how it did not work for people like her. So she decided to build something different. She started Act One Group in her apartment with that $1,500 and a vision that refused to be small. She leveraged her unique perspective and her determination to create inclusive hiring practices and build a business model that prioritized diversity. She believed in herself when no one else did. She showed up every single day, even when the doors kept slamming in her face. She refused to shrink to make anyone else comfortable. And today, AT1 Group is the largest minority woman owned work solution company in the world. Not just successful, the largest. Her company transforms the lives of millions of women by providing jobs and career advancement opportunities. Janice did not wait for permission. She did not wait for the world to be ready. She chose herself, and in doing so, she opened doors for countless others. Now let's talk about Lisa Price. Lisa started Carol's daughter in her kitchen, her kitchen. She was mixing natural ingredients, inspired by her mother and her love of creating products that honored Black women's beauty in a world that constantly told us we needed to look different to be valued. She was not trying to build an empire. She was just trying to create something that made sense to her, something that felt authentic, something that celebrated who she was. But Lisa faced funding challenges. She faced racial discrimination in the beauty industry. Investors overlooked her. The mainstream beauty world did not see her vision. They told her there was no market for what she was creating. They told her to change her approach, to water down her message, to make it more palatable for a broader audience. And Lisa could have done that. She could have compromised. She could have tried to fit into someone else's mold, but she did not. Lisa stayed true to herself. She focused on her authentic story. She built her brand from the ground up using grassroots marketing and community engagement, and she never apologized for centering Black women. She showed up at street fairs and festivals. She talked to people one on one. She built relationships. She created a community around her products, and that community became her foundation. Carol's daughter became a beloved brand, and eventually L'Oreal acquired it. Lisa turned her kitchen experiments into a multi-million dollar business and set a new standard for Black owned beauty brands. Lisa's story is proof that when you honor your authentic self, when you refuse to dim your light or change your message to fit someone else's idea of what is marketable, you create something undeniable. And then there is Issa Rae. You know her from Insecure, from her brilliant work as an actor and producer. But is also an entrepreneur who owns Hilltop Coffee and Kitchen and Lost Rooftop Lounge in Los Angeles. She faced barriers in the entertainment industry and the hospitality industry. She dealt with stereotypes and limited access to capital. She was told over and over again that her vision was too niche, that her voice was too specific, that she needed to broaden her appeal if she wanted to succeed. But Issa celebrated Black culture and community. She used her platforms to amplify underrepresented voices and create safe spaces where people could be themselves. She refused to dilute her message. She refused to make herself smaller. She stayed committed to her vision and she built something extraordinary. Her businesses are thriving. They are cultural landmarks. They are hubs for creativity and empowerment. Issa's influence extends far beyond her own ventures. She is inspiring Black women everywhere to pursue bold, creative dreams and to do it unapologetically. So, what do Janice, Lisa, and Issa have in common? They chose themselves. They embraced their authentic selves and never gave up. They prioritized their own visions, their own dreams, their own peace. And in doing so, they did not just build businesses, they built legacies, they transformed industries, they uplifted entire communities. This is what Tonya Haygood and I talked about in our conversation. This is the heart of what it means to enter your soft girl era. It is not about being weak, it is not about giving up, it is about releasing the cape, it is about redefining strength, it is about understanding that you cannot pour from an empty cup, and that filling your own cup first is not selfish, it is sacred. For too long, we have been told that being strong means never asking for help. That being strong means carrying everyone else's burdens while ignoring our own. That being strong means saying yes when we want to say no, showing up when we need to rest, and smiling through the pain. But that is not strength, that is survival. And survival mode is exhausting, it is depleting, it is unsustainable, and it is killing us slowly. Tonya reminded me that our journeys are powered by self love and self care. When you put yourself first, you create the foundation for personal and professional success. You cannot build an empire on burnout. You cannot create a legacy while running on fumes. You cannot inspire others if you are too tired to inspire yourself. So let me ask you, when was the last time you chose yourself? When was the last time you said no without guilt? When was the last time you rested without explanation? When was the last time you celebrated your own achievements instead of immediately moving on to the next thing on your to do list? Because here is the thing, you are worthy, you are enough, you are deserving of every good thing you have ever dreamed of, and you do not have to earn it by exhausting yourself. Janice did not build ATT1 Group by running herself into the ground. She built it by believing in her vision and refusing to quit. Lisa did not create Carol's daughter by sacrificing her authenticity. She created it by honoring who she was and what she believed in. Issa did not become a cultural icon by dimming her light. She became one by shining brighter. And you? And you have that same power. You have that same potential. You have that same right to choose yourself. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You are thinking, but LeAnne, I have responsibilities. I have people depending on me. I cannot just put myself first. And I hear you. I see you. But let me tell you something. When you prioritize yourself, you are not abandoning anyone. You are modeling what self love looks like. You are teaching your children, your friends, your community that it is okay to have boundaries, that it is okay to rest, that it is okay to say, I matter too. Your success uplifts entire communities. Every time you push forward, you inspire others. Every time you set a boundary, you give someone else permission to do the same. Every time you choose yourself, you open doors for those coming behind you. Tonya Haygood's work is a testament to this. She has dedicated her life to helping Black women entrepreneurs step into their power, and she does it by reminding them that they are the love of their own lives, that their dreams matter, that their peace matters, that they matter. So here's what I want you to take away from today. Here are the three things I want you to remember, the three things Tonya and I talked about, the three things that Janice, Lisa, and Issa have proven over and over again. First, embrace your authentic self and never give up on you. Black women entrepreneurs have shown that resilience and self belief are the keys to breaking barriers and building legacies, even when faced with systemic obstacles like racial and gender discrimination. You do not have to be perfect. You do not have to have it all figured out. You just have to keep showing up as yourself. Second, you are the love of your life. Prioritize yourself. Your journey is powered by self love and self care. When you put yourself first, you create the foundation for personal and professional success. You are not selfish for choosing yourself. You are wise. You are powerful. You are worthy. Third, your success uplifts entire communities. Every time you push forward, you inspire others and open doors for those coming behind you. Black women entrepreneurs are not just changing their own lives, they are transforming industries and empowering others to believe in their own possibilities. Your success is not just about you, it is about everyone who is watching, everyone who is hoping, everyone who is waiting for permission to dream. So here's what I am asking you to do, not tomorrow, not next week, today, right now. I want you to take one bold step that honors your authentic self. Maybe it is starting that project you have been putting off. Maybe it is setting a boundary you have been too scared to set. Maybe it is celebrating an achievement instead of brushing it off. Maybe it is looking in the mirror and saying, I am the love of my life and meaning it. Because the world does not need another version of you that is exhausted, depleted, and running on empty. The world needs you whole. The world needs you rested. The world needs you showing up as your full, authentic, powerful self. And that starts with you choosing you. Drop the cape, redefine strength. Embrace your soft girl era. Choose yourself. Love yourself. Prioritize yourself. And watch how your life and the lives of everyone around you transform. This is not just about personal success. This is about collective liberation. This is about creating a world where Black women are free to be soft, to be powerful, to be whole, all at the same time. And it starts with you believing that you are worthy of that freedom. So go. Be the love of your own life. The world is waiting.